one from the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships, presented by Jambar here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho, on the campus of Idaho State. My name is Lone Kelso. I'm joined all tournament long by Taylor Fitzgerald. Big matchup, elimination game winner heads to the semifinals. The Montana Grizz, 2-1 in this tournament, taking on Northern Colorado, who's 1-1. Northern Colorado, the home team in this game, the 2 seed versus the 4 seed. Taylor, what are the keys for the Grizz?
For the Grizz, it's
Jeremiah Johnson, keys to the game.
Jeremiah Johnson, keys to the game. It's going to be really important for the Grizz to keep riding the power surge. Montana's biggest weapon throughout the tournament so far has been the offense. They had a program record 6 home runs in their opening game and have a total of 8 home runs in this tournament so far. So if they're able to keep the power surge going, they're going to be able to score a lot of runs. It's also going to be really important for them to have strong pitching and strong defense. Kara Sweet has been great for the Grizz in the circle throughout the tournament so far. It's going to be important for them to get another strong outing from her. Alongside with that, the defense also needs to be strong. UNC is a team that can capitalize on free bases and defensive miscues, so Montana needs to make the Bears earn their way on base.
And Northern Colorado will be riding the arm of Anna Wilming. What do the Bears need to do? The Jeremiah Johnson keys for Northern Colorado.
First and foremost, it's going to be really important for the Bears to lean into their balanced, high-scoring offense. UNC is at their best when they've got production from the whole lineup, not just relying on 1 or 2 hitters. They've shown the ability to string hits together and hit for power so far in the tournament. They need to keep pressure on Montana every inning to maintain momentum in this game. It's also going to be really important for them to get a strong outing from Anna Wilming in the circle. Montana has shown they have the ability to score in multiple ways, especially via the long ball. It's going to be important for the Bears pitching staff to keep the ball down and mix speeds to get Montana hitters off balance and miss hit balls.
Those are your Jeremiah Johnson keys to the game. Starting lineup for the Montana Grizz: 21-31 on the year, 9-6 in the Big Sky, and 2-1 in the tournament. Won their opening round game against Portland State before taking or losing to Idaho State, then yesterday beating Portland or Weber State.
Weber State, yep.
To get to this day 3 of Big Sky tournament action for Northern Colorado. They're the 2 seed. They had a bye to the second round where they fell in a heartbreaking loss to Sacramento State. Rebounded yesterday with a win over Portland State to set up this matchup. 4 teams remain. Winner of this one takes on Sacramento State about 30 minutes after this game ends for the right to play in the championship against Idaho State tomorrow. So it'll be Grace Lopez leading things off for the Grizz, followed by Chloe Saxton, Anna Cockhill, Kaylee Mejia, JoJo Christians, Mackenzie Bukowski, Brianna Gutierrez, Grayson Graviette, and Jessica Charms batting. 9th starter in the circle for Northern Colorado is Anna Wilming. The junior has a 5.37 ERA, 12-11 win-loss record through 131 2/3 inning pitch. She has 64 strikeouts and 60 walks. First pitch, Grace Lopez fouled away. Wilming will be throwing the ball to Emma Harrington. Had a grand slam, pinch hit grand slam, Taylor, yesterday. Over at first base, the senior Miley Morales. At second, be Katie Walling. Shortstop, Krista Francia, another one of the blue chip shortstops in the conference. Third base, Hayden Nelson has a home run of her own in this tournament. Left to right, Abby Gaiona, KK Christie, and Bailey Cacallis. Anna Wilming has Grace Lopez down 0-2 in the count. What do you see from Anna Wilming, Taylor?
Yeah, Anna Wilming, the junior right-hander, going to come into the game today throwing a curve drop screw combo. Likes to work side to side and down in the zone. Mostly likes to work away to righties and away to lefties, but does have the ability to come inside. So I would expect to see her today pound the zone and keep the ball down as she tries to go at these Montana hitters.
Winner goes to the semis. Loser finishes 4th place in the tournament. No prize for 4th. Grace Lopez fouls away, stays alive. Lopez on the season, 364 average with an 1,000 OPS against Northern Colorado in the regular season. Lopez went 2 for 9, scored 4 times though, 2 walks. Every time she's on base, she scored. She's 3 for 8 in the tournament, scored 3 times in this one. Sent out to center field. Easy play for KK Christie to start things off. here in game number 8 of the Big Sky tournament.
Good job by Anna Wilming right there just to go at Grace Lopez. Had her down early in a 1-2 count, and Grace Lopez fights off a couple pitches, but eventually Wilming gets the better of this battle as she flies out to center field for out number 1.
Chloe Saxton at the plate. She's 2 for 10 in this tournament. Both hits, though, have been huge. Home run and a single that drove in 2. Fouls this one back. Also has a total of 3 RBIs, scored a run via the home run, and also drawn 1 walk. The lone senior on this Montana Grizz roster, taking on the veterans of Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado's won 2 of the last 3 Big Sky championships. Won the last tournament Pocatello in 2024. Also in 2023 in Ogden. Last year they hosted the tournament.
Yeah.
But fell to Idaho State in elimination game, which Weber State ultimately took the title. Weber State was eliminated yesterday. 0-2 pitch. Deep left. Going foul. It goes out of play.
So Anna Wilming here in this at-bat to Saxton, back-to-back changeups. In the first one, Saxton took for a strike, but here able to get a piece of it, and she drove it a long ways, but just not able to keep it fair.
So 0-2 the count on Chloe Saxton. 1 gone in the top of the first. Saw some fireworks yesterday to close things out. Idaho State defeating Saxton. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the afternoon for Anna Wilming. 2 up, 2 down to start things off.
And Wilming here just does a good job of expanding the zone on Chloe Saxton. Had her 0-2, and the senior just unable to hold up. Wilming gets her first strikeout of the day.
So 2 gone. Anna Cockle at the plate. First pitch. Fouls it back. Anna Cockle, 3 home run game.
Yeah.
In game 1 of this tournament. Set the tone early. It's a tournament record, 3 home runs. We have a tournament record of overall home runs by all the teams in the Big Sky. 35 home runs.
Yeah.
These are the first 7 games.
We still got more games left to play, Logan.
Yesterday we had 10 between Sacramento State and Idaho State combined, and a program record for Idaho State, 7 home runs in that game. Montana had a program record, 6 home runs in game 1, and at the time was a tournament record of 7 combined with Weber State. Last year, in 2025, there were 31 combined home runs in the 11 games. At the time, set the record. Before that, the last tournament Pocatello also had the record at the time with 22. Higher elevation here in Pocatello last year in Greeley.
Yep.
There was also an upswing in the early Big Sky tournaments that were hosted here in Pocatello, Idaho. A little bit of a downswing playing in Ogden's Park, tougher place to hit a home run. This one up the middle, first hit of the ball game, Anna Cockhill.
So Anna Cockhill continuing her hot streak, just drives the ball right back up the middle from Wilming to get her the first base runner out of the day for Montana with 2 outs here, and she'll pass the bat to Kaylee Mejia.
So Kaylee Mejia, 3 for 11 in the tournament, has a double. This is Montana's 4th game in 3 days. They'll need to play at least 2 today to advance to the championship, to play potentially 2 more tomorrow.
I want to add one more thing to what you were talking about with the home run derby that we've been seeing here yesterday, specifically in the last game of the day. I've noticed throughout the tournament the strike zones have been a little bit tighter on the corners, and so when you have pitchers that have to bring it over the heart of the plate and really good offenses, that's going to be a recipe for a lot of home runs, which, like you said, now we've seen a Big Sky Conference tournament record being hit.
Called strike. Evens count 1-1 on Kaylee Mejia. Cockhill stands at first. Wilming looking for a scoreless frame to start things off for the Bears before they grab the bats. Yesterday we're down 2-0 heading into the bottom of the first when Abby Grundy and Sadie Kirk went back-to-back. Bears were able to immediately respond to 3 runs in the bottom half. Cockill's on the run, but an easy catch over there by Katie Walling for out number 3. That retires the side here in the first. Bears will grab the bats. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jambar right here on ESPN+.
What you put in determines what you get out. This is true for sports. You've got to be willing to do the hard work. There are no shortcuts. That also holds true for how you fuel your body. At Jambar, we take pride in only putting the cleanest whole foods in our organic energy bars. No fad diets, no false promises. Just healthy ingredients to power your performance. Jambar, the official energy bar of the Big Sky Conference.
1. Some say it's the loneliest number. But when one is a collection of many, one can stand for all. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we've been your one local and trusted healthcare partner for 85 years. And through every journey, our one true focus has remained the same: to elevate the highest levels of preventive care and overall wellness, one member at a time. Always keeping you and the ones you love at the center of everything we do.
Pocatello. Is it a noun or a verb? Either way, let's Pocatello. You can do all this. Or this. Go to visitpocatello.com to get every minute out of your visit.
Bottom of the first, sitting here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho, site of the 2026 Big Sky Softball Conference Championships presented by Jambar. It'll be Kara Sweet for a 4th consecutive game, earning the start for the Grizz on the season. 3.78 ERA, 1.62 WHIP, 9.7 win-loss record, 100 clean innings pitched, 50 strikeouts, and 38 walks. She'll be facing a potent Northern Colorado lineup. It'll be KK Christie currently at the plate, followed by Katie Walling, Miley Morales, Ella Gonzalez, Krista Francia, Hayden Nelson, Bailey Cacales, Emma Harrington, and Abby Guyona. Defensively, Kara Sweet throwing the ball to Grayson Graviette. Over at first base, Kaylee Mejia. Second base, mishandled by Grace Lopez. And KK Christie starts things off for the Bears, leadoff base runner. Over at shortstop, Anna Cockle. Third base, Brianna Gutierrez. Left to right, JoJo Christians, Jessica Sherms, and Mackenzie Bukowski. Just beyond the glove of Lopez. Start things off, will go down as a hit. So leadoff single for the Bears. Katie Walling at the plate now. Gone! Walling's second home run of the tournament, presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casinos. Well, Taylor, 2 batters, 2 runs. Better, can't ask for a better start if you're a Northern Colorado fan.
Katie Walling just jumping on the first pitch that she sees from Kara Sweet, not messing around. Gets a great barrel out in front, extends all the way through it. And like you said, Logan, will give the Bears a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Man, what a swing.
I was about to mention how she had the first run scored for the Bears in the tournament via the home run. Before I was able to say it, she took words in my mouth.
Didn't even get a chance.
As Miley Morales steps up. You know, now 36 home runs in the Big Sky tournament presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. But you think when there's 36 that Miley Morales would be part of it. She shockingly is not. She's having a good tournament. She's 3 for 7, scored a run, 2 RBIs, swings and misses there, down to count 0-2.
Well, she's had some big home runs at this field, so she's no stranger to the long ball.
In the 2024 tournament, she's been due. Down to count 0-2. Not a big power year for her. 17 doubles, big number, 5 home runs. This one sent out into foul territory on the left side, out of play. As it stays in play, but can't get to it in time. Batting .419 on the season, a 1.155 OPS. You don't see much better OPSs than that. 5 home runs, 31 RBI, 17 doubles, like I said, and a triple. Came against Idaho State. She's actually, I believe, was a home run away from the cycle in that game. Or was maybe a single? I know she was one away from him. I think it was something funny like the single.
Which is arguably the easiest hit to get in the cycle, but right. I guess at that point it was the hardest.
Yeah. Fouled away.
Well, and you talked about it, Logan. Kara Sweet going to get the ball again today for Montana for her 4th consecutive start. The sophomore right-hander going to throw side to side with that screw curveball combo. Has a really good changeup as well, and I think what helps her see a lot of success is when she's able to mix that changeup in as it keeps hitters guessing. So I'd like to see her try to use that a little bit more as this game goes on here.
That one found a way. Miley Morales stays alive.
Yeah, Miley Morales, not just a veteran hitter for this Bears team, but also a veteran leader holding down the first base position.
Oh, misses. 2-2 count now on Morales. Another foul ball, so we'll do it again at 2-2. And last year started 53 games, had a .325 average, had 13 home runs, 61 RBIs. About less than half on the home runs and the RBIs this season, but the average has gone up, as evident here. As this one gets down, Cockhill can't hold on to it. Miley going to second, she'll slide in. And then Cockhill looks like the ball either hit the glove or hit the glove then her face.
I think it hit her face.
Or hit her face directly. Let's look at the replay.
Yeah.
Steph Ewing going out to see.
She did a good job of going back on this ball. I think just might have hit the glove, then hit her nose.
Her nose right after.
Yeah. Tough break for the Grizzlies right there, but I think it's going to take a lot to get Anna Cockhill out of this game. So
in this one. Yeah, Miley Morales has shortened up a little bit.
Yeah.
Taking away a little less power this season, but has upped the average about 100 points. Anna Cockhill getting attended to by the trainer and head coach Steph Ewing. She looks to be all right. So we have a little bit of a pause. 2-run home run by Katie Walling to bring the score in 2-0 to Miley Morales. A single advances to second. I believe actually, we'll see. It might just be a double. It is. That'll go down as a double.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So Miley Morales' 18th double of the season. It's going to be inching somewhat close to a record. Let's see if we can find it.
Let's take a look. Yeah, and gets herself over in a scoring position to pass the bat to her teammate, Ella Gonzalez. She's going to step in and try to add to this Bears lead already here. Still nobody out in the inning, Logan, here, as Kara Sweet's going to face her 4th batter in the bottom of the 1st.
Say goodbye to this one. Ella Gonzalez, 4-0. Four batters, 4 runs, 2 home runs, and 37th overall home run of the Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
And I think that's going to do it for Kara Sweet, unfortunately, here in the 1st inning. But, man, what a swing of the bat from Ella Gonzalez.
I believe is it Sweet getting pulled? I believe so. So Kara Sweet is leaving the ball game. We'll have a new pitcher after the break. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Conference Tournament presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN Plus. Paris Sweet not able to record a single out before getting pulled from the game. 2 home runs, 4 runs scored. Kong in the circle on the season, 6.17 ERA, 5-8 win-loss records. Her 31st appearance and 78 in a third inning pitched. She has 41 strikeouts to 24 walks. That double by Miley Morales is number 18 on the season. She's now 1-2 in the record book. Miley Morales has the all-time single-season record at 22. Number 2 is held by Lindsey Smith with 18, so she ties Lindsey Smith.
All right. So a doubles machine.
KK Christie has 17 doubles, so she's
there too.
So she's right now number 3. Miley Morales already leads the Northern Colorado program in career doubles coming into this season. She also has a single-season home run record, nearing the walk record. Actually, KK Christie is tied to Miley Morales with the walk. Second place in the record book for walks.
Yeah, Miley Morales, you just know her name's going to be all over those UNC record books once her career is over.
That one found a way. Actually, Miley Morales just had her 66th hit. She's now 1 hit away from tying the single-season record held by, excuse my pronunciation, Melissa Marcavicio back in 2012.
Let's go.
She had 67 hits. She's now currently in second place with 66. Chris Francia, 0-2 count, fouls it away. 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 home runs in the bottom of the first, and no outs for Northern Colorado. Winner of this one takes on Sacramento State following this game for a chance to play Idaho State in the championship tomorrow. So 0-2 count on Francia. The pitch. Grounded over to Mejia. She have enough time. She will. 4 out, number 1. So Kiana Kong tires the first batter she faces here in the bottom of the first. Not out of danger yet, as it's now Hayden Nelson's turn to bat.
Yeah, Kiana Kong gonna do exactly what we saw right there. Loves to throw that drop ball down in the zone. Can also go side to side with a screw curve. Has a change as well, but really what separates her is that drop ball. And if she's able to get these Bears hitters to hit it into the ground like she did right there, she's gonna be able to roll some really nice outs for the Grizzlies here as she looks to stop the bleeding in the bottom of the first. Changeup.
On strike, Hayden Nelson is 1 home run away from tying to Miley Morales in the single-season home runs. She is currently at 13, and Miley had 14 just a year ago. She's currently tied for second with a Miley in 2024. And had 13 that season, along with Lindsey Smith from 2012.
Well, and like you said, Logan, this Bears offense is just so potent. 1 through 9, they're able to hit the ball hard, and a lot of them have the ability to leave the yard. And so that's why mixing speeds, as you see Kong has done here in this at-bat so far, is going to be really crucial.
2-1 now on Hayden Nelson. Nelson had a home run that briefly gave the Bears a lead against Sacramento State in Game 4 of Day 1. It's time's called.
Yeah, Gravia going to go out there, I think, and talk to Kong and just kind of get her to take a deep breath and reset a little bit. Obviously made some really close pitches, on the outer half of the plate, but just a little bit of a reset and go right back to work.
Still in the first inning. 2-1 the count on Hayden Nelson on the season. A freshman batting .279, .998 OPS. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one far back there, and it is off the wall. Nelson stand-up double. The hits keep coming for the Northern Colorado Bears here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, sound off the bat. I thought this ball was going to have a chance to get out, but just hung up in the air just enough, and neither of the outfielders out there in Christians or Terms able to track it down, and Nelson gets herself a double and puts herself in a scoring position. Another runner in scoring position for the Bears.
Now Bailey Cacallis at the plate. Cacallis in the tournament is 2 for 5, scored 3 separate Bears, 3 RBIs and a double.
Well, and here's how the pattern has been going this inning, Logan, is you have single home run, double home run, ground out, double. Will Cacales be able to continue the pattern with a bomb right here?
Ground ball. Cocktail Fields throws to Mejia for out number 2.
Sadly, the pattern is broken.
Well, a player who had a grand slam yesterday, the pinch hit variety, Emma Harrington, steps up to the plate.
Yeah, her pinch hit at bat yesterday was just so big for this Bears team, and saw a lot of pitches and finally got one, elevated it, and like you said, grand slam.
Hayden Nelson stands at second. 2 gone in the inning, 4 runs home. Starting pitcher, Kara Sweet, has been pulled from this ball game. First pitch swinging, Harrington fouls it away. And Harrington, the junior catcher for this Bear program, 254 batting average, 685 OPS. Hit her second home run yesterday of the season. 8 RBIs, 4 walks, and her 16 hits.
Yeah, saw her catch in the first game they played at the tournament against Sac State, and then yesterday didn't get the call to catch behind the plate as Kong floats a changeup in there, very close. Didn't get the call yesterday to catch behind the plate, but getting the call again here today after hitting the grand slam.
So 1-1, 2 outs. Runner stands at second base. Anna Kong coming out of the bullpen, trying to keep the score right where it's at. 1-1. Harrington swings through it. It's now 1-2.
Good pitch right there by Kong, just going right at the hitter in Harrington and trusting that spin and getting her to swing and miss.
So 1-2 now the count on the junior catcher. The pitch from Kong. Fouled away. We'll do it again.
So Bears hitters early in this game either jumping on a pitch early in the count, or they're seeing lots of pitches and going deep against these Montana pitchers.
Nelson stands at second. Kong in the circle. Harrington at the plate. Here's the pitch. Lined. Cocktail Fields tosses over to first. That retires side, but not before. 2 2-run home runs. First by Walling. Next by Ella Gonzalez brings the score. The Northern Colorado 4, Montana nothing. Grizzlies look to respond. After the break, you're watching the 2026 Big Sky Tournament presented by Jambar right here on ESPN Plus.
1 runner left on base. After 1 inning, the score is Northern Colorado 4, Montana 0.
Off for the Grizz. They're down early. 4-run advantage for Northern Colorado here in the top of the second. The first game of 2 on day 3 of the Big Sky Conference Tournament Championships presented by Jambar. We'll also be joined by Megan Robinson post-game for an interview. Megan came up today, brought us a whole pack of Jambars. You had what, tropical trio earlier?
Yeah, pineapple, banana, and coconut.
That's a good trio right there.
It is a good trio, very tropical.
And then we have it right in front of our tent.
I'm probably gonna have at least 3 of these
Anyone
today.
wants to grab a jam bar, feel free.
Come find us.
So out to center field, range backs Christie, runs out of room, solo home run, JoJo Christians. The Grizz are on the board. Another Northern Quest Resort and Casino home run. Well, Taylor, I think that sponsorship is paying off. That's a 37th home run.
I think so.
Or actually, 38th home run of the tournament.
Yeah, JoJo Christian just gets a pitch left out of the heart of the plate, and at first I thought that maybe Christie was going to be able to make a play on this ball, but just runs out of room. And one of our keys to the game for Montana was to keep utilizing that power, and here, responding back after giving up a 4 spot in the bottom of the first with a home run of their own.
So Bukowski at the plate. Maybe some momentum back on the side of Montana. Bukowski at the plate, batting .310, .895 OPS, 5 home runs, 33 RBIs. In this tournament, Bukowski's 1 for 4. She scored a run, but she's also had 4 walks. And hit by a pitch. So 2-0 on Mackenzie Bukowski.
Yeah, really good eye at the plate, and Mackenzie Bukowski, and pretty good strike zone awareness. I think that just plays into why she walks so many times that she does.
So 2-0 to Bukowski. Pitch. Good called strike. That was JoJo Christian's 8th home run of the season. Paco became the, what was it, 5th Grizz to ever
Grizz,
have
yeah.
double-digit home runs in a single season.
What is she at now, 11? 12?
Paco?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's at 12.
12.
Had 9 coming into the tournament, 3 home runs.
3 in the first game.
2-1. Swinging, fouled back. Yeah, she had 3 home runs in that game. Sherms had a home run in that one. Brianna Gutierrez had a line drive home run to left field. Saxon had a home run. I think JoJo had a home run in that one too, right?
I think so.
Yeah, she did. So 2-2 on Bukowski. Pitch. Just misses. Count runs full.
Oh, I like that pitch out there by Anna Wilming. Just trying to go right at Bukowski. Doesn't get the call, but a great pitch by the junior right-hander.
Full count, no outs. 4-1 the score. You're in the top of the second. Foul back. Saw Idaho State come back from a 4-run deficit yesterday, not only to win, but to run rule. Excuse me, Sacramento State, 15-7 in 6 innings.
Crazy.
That was a long game.
That game just felt like a home run derby.
That was nuts.
It really just felt like a home run derby.
Swing and a miss. Bukowski set down by Wilming for out number 1.
So good response right here by Wilming after getting to a 3-2 count. Just again, going right at Bukowski. Gets her 2nd strikeout of the day. First out in the top of the second here.
Brianna Gutierrez moving from the 8 hole to the 7 hole. The true freshman 3rd baseman at the plate. 1 gone, 1 run home for Montana here in the second. Fouls the first pitch back.
Yeah, ISU yesterday had Cameron McDonald with 2 home runs. Kira Day had 2. Cameron McDonald with the grand slam.
Yeah. Alyssa Yee, dead center.
Yep, Alyssa Yee, dead center.
And
Cindy
Dudley and Cindy
Groves.
Groves both tying it in the first and second on home runs. Buffalo from Malpaya.
Yep.
Maddie Mendoza.
Maddie
First, second of the
Mendoza.
tournament. Who is leading home runs right now? It's Kaka with 3.
Kaka with 3.
Kira Day has 3.
Kira Day has 3. I think it's those 2.
Groves has 1. Yeah,
1.
Well, now JoJo Christians has 2.
Cameron McDonald.
How many
has
does
2.
Evers Lyles have? 2 or
2.
3?
2? I think she has 2. 2 in the
She
same
had
game.
2 in the same game. Mendoza has 2.
Yep.
Yeah, we're losing count. Honestly,
There's
at this
so
point,
many,
if
we
you
just-
have 2 home runs, you might not even make the all-tournament team.
I know.
They used to easily get you on it. 2-1. Popped in the air. Morales calling her infield mates off, makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, at this point, 2, like you said, might not be enough. You're going to have to maybe try to get a couple more. Well, like we said yesterday, if you like offense, this is the place.
Oh, this is
the tournament.
This is the tournament.
This is the tournament.
We're not watching the Big Sky tournament. What are you doing?
We got them all. We got all the teams
SEC
playing.
tournament isn't as sad as this one.
Yeah.
So 2 outs. Grayson Graviette started every game at catcher down this tournament for Montana due to the injury from Madison Tarrant coming into the tournament. Been ruled out of the 2026 tournament. Will return next season.
Graviette's really done a nice job behind the plate. Obviously, Madison Tarrant, just a huge part of this Montana Grizz team, especially being the catcher behind the plate. But she's done a nice job stepping up and really been able to handle this pitching staff.
1-0 misses, so 2-0 to Graviette. Grayson is 1 for 7 in the tournament and has a walk. Ahead of the count, 2-0. Wilmington allowed a home run to JoJo Christians to begin the inning. Retired the next 2 batters she faced. 2-0. Foul tipped into the glove of Emma Harrington for strike number 1.
The kazoos are back.
Yeah, kazoos are back. I forgot when I called it was a kazoo team.
I really thought it was Weber State yesterday. I don't know why. It sounded like it was coming from our left, but...
They had trained whistles. So
oh, it was the train whistles.
Off the ankle of Graviette.
I like that idea right there, though, by Graviette, trying to catch this Bears defense on their toes a little bit, but unfortunately we'll go foul.
Do it again. 2-2, 2 outs. Graviette looking for a big 2-out hit to bring her teammate Jessica Cherms to the plate, who has a home run herself in this tournament. 2-2. Spoiled away. We'll do it again. Yeah, Weber State had train whistles during the
train whistles. That's what it was.
Practice day on Sunday. Can't have train whistles in the dugout though. The kazoos at least are fans. At least I'm 90% sure they're fans. You're not allowed to have artificial noisemakers.
Yeah.
But every time I look out the window at North Carolina fans, I never see them.
I know. I don't either. So.
I do see the Sacramento State coaches in the scouting zone though.
Yeah, getting a good look at what's happening later on today for game number 2 of the day. That'll be our 9th game of the tournament.
Yeah.
Man, we were
somewhat nearing the end.
Yeah.
3 more scheduled games. Left field. Guyona makes a catch for out number 3, but the Grizz get on the board. Solo home run for JoJo Christians brings the score to 4-1. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Conference Championships of Softball, presented by Jambar, right here on ESPN+.
In the top of the second inning, the Grizz scored 1 run with 1 hit and no errors. No runners left on base. To 1. It'll be bottom of the order.
9-1-2 due up for the Bears. Guyona to kick things off. Senior batting .220 on the year, .534 OPS. 3 extra base hits over 22 overall hits, all being doubles. In the tournament, 2-5, scored twice. First pitch from Kiana Kong. Did not start this game, but got all 3 outs of the top of the first inning. As starting pitcher, Kara Sweet was pulled from the game after giving up 4 runs on 4 hits to start things off. Seth Ewing going quick to her bullpen with Kiana Kong.
Yeah, Kong here looking to try to have a shutdown inning for Montana as they just scored. And when I was younger, one of my pitching coaches, Christina Thorson, shout out Christina Thorson, she told me the most important innings as a pitcher are the first inning and every inning after your team scores.
Yep.
So, important inning right here for Kong. Like I said, trying to have a shutdown inning for the Grizz.
The 0-2 pitch. Changeup hangs up. Cockhill on one hop, throws to first. In time. Great play by Anna Cockhill for out number 1.
Man, just jammed up. Guyona got her a little bit, I guess not jammed, but more out in front. Anna Cockhill with the sweet glove work over at shortstop, able to pick it and throw out the speedy Guyona for out number 1.
1 gone. Here in the bottom of the second. Now it's top of the order for the Bears. KK Christie singled to start the game off for Northern Colorado on offense. Kong gets her sign. Here's the pitch. This is low for a ball.
Yeah, singled on the right side, just out of the reach of Grace Lopez over there to get things going. So second plate appearance, but first time seeing Kong today.
There's a call and strike. Christie's teammate, Miley Morales, jump turn doubles on the season earlier in this game. I'm sure Christie would like to even that statistic back up right here.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. Good pitch. Called strike.
Little friendly competition between teammates.
All right. Sophomore Christie, senior Miley Morales. Man, between KK Christie and Hayden Nelson, the future
It's bright.
There's a lot of seniors in this North Colorado team, but there's a couple players to build around in coming years. As Kong strikes out KK Christie for out number 2.
First strikeout of the day for Kong, coming via the swing, just gets Christie in a 1-2 count and expands the zone, gets her to chase, which we don't see a ton from KK Christie, but that'll be out number 2. Goes with that drop ball and kind of has a little bit of drop curve movement actually off the plate, but good pitch by Kong.
So 2 outs, Katie Wallen at the plate. Wallen had a home run her first pitch she saw, making it a 2-0 lead early. Out here with 2 outs, 1-0 count.
Yeah, just absolutely drilled that ball to center field. The first pitch she saw from Sweet to get the Bears on the board.
1-0. Foul back. Off Graviette. Evens count 1-1.
She says she's okay. Umpire asked her real quick. Catchers are tough. You got to be tough to be a catcher, I think, with all the all the crazy stuff you have to do. That's why I give the catchers the love whenever I can.
Here's the 1-1. 2-1 now to Katie Wallen. Wallen has 2 home runs in this tournament. Overall, now 3 for 6, scored 3 times, 4 RBIs, and a double, plus a walk and a stolen base. The 2-1 offering coming up here from Kiana Kong. Here it comes. Fouled away. So strike away from a scoreless inning, 1-2-3 for Kong and the Grizz. They scored 1. The top half solo home run for JoJo Christians. Deficit now only 3.
Well, in Montana, when they come up in the top of the third, they'll have 9-1-2. So little chance to see this Wilming for a second time.
Down the line, fair ball. Walling going for extra bases. It's a stand-up double for Katie Walling. The Bears not done yet here in the bottom of the second.
Walling continuing the inning here for the Bears. Just gets a pitch on the outer half, gets her barrel out in front, and just drives it down the left field line to get herself over into scoring position. The third double, of the day for the Bears, and we're just in the bottom of the second, Logan.
So Miley Morales steps up to the plate, doubled her last time around. She is one hit away from tying the school record for hits in a single season. Currently second, had her 66 hit earlier. First pitch. Called strike. First time facing Kiana Kong as she faced the starter Kara Sweet in the previous inning.
Yeah, her last at bat, she hit a ball into center field that ended up going off the glove of Cockhill, so she got herself over into scoring position, which allowed Gonzalez to come to the plate and hit a home run, but I'm sure she'd love to get another good piece of hitting done right here.
Morales, the all-time leader in doubles, home runs for this Bears program, and RBIs, and walks.
The list goes on and on.
1-1. Just misses. It'll be 2-1 now. This one fouled back. Also the all-time hits leader in the program.
Let's go.
So 2-2, 2 outs.
She's just
Walling
so
stands at
explosive.
second.
So
Yeah.
explosive at the plate, so strong.
Best player in program history. The 2-2 pitch from Kiana Kong. In the dirt, so count runs full on the all-time walks leader in program history.
When you said it the other day too, Logan.
It'll be a pitch clock violation, I guess, for the pitch. No matter what, it's either it's so full.
Yeah. I was going to say, you were talking about it a couple of days ago, but Miley Morales has really learned how to hit that outside pitch.
Yeah.
Obviously, being really good in her first couple of seasons, hit people and teams, get film on you, and she's been able to make some really nice adjustments.
Fouled back, so we'll do it again on full count. Full count, 2 outs. Walling at second. Kong looking for a scoreless inning after her team was able to score in the top half of the inning. Shakes off the first sign. Calls time. Didn't like the second sign either. They're going to call a pitch clock violation. Back-to-back pitch clock violations puts Morales at first base. So there's now 2 on for El Gonzalez, who had a 2-run home run her last time. Graviette wants to talk to her pitcher.
Yeah, that's tough in that situation because as Kong, you want to be confident in what you're throwing. And like you said, just ran out of time there on the pitch clock violation. But yeah, so as a pitcher, you want to feel confident in what you're throwing, and sometimes it's just easier to call time right after that, have your catcher come out, talk to you, and then you don't run that risk of violating the 20-second pitch clock. So as soon as the ball is thrown back to the pitcher from the catcher, they have 20 seconds to get on the mound, get the sign, and deliver the next pitch. And Kong, unfortunately, just running out of time those last 2 times.
First pitch ball to El Gonzalez.
I think batters have to get in the box within a certain time too, but it's
probably
not 20 seconds. I think it's, otherwise it'd be delay of game on the batter where they would get a strike called on them.
I think we saw that yesterday, if not mistaken.
I think we did too.
Here's the 1-0. Set into center field. It's going to get down. 1 run scores. Morales to third. It's a 2-out RBI single. El Gonzalez. They get the run back. It's now 5-1. All with 2 outs.
2-out hitting is crucial, especially if you want to make a good run in the tournament here. And Gonzalez just gets a pitch, drives it right back up the middle. Really nice play by Jessica Terms to cut that ball off, because if that gets to the wall, Morales is scoring easily. But runners will be on the corners for the Bears here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
So first and third for Krista Francia. Francia now 3 for 5 now in the tournament. 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, one of those hits being a home run. Time called by Steph Ewing. She wants to talk to her infield. Potential first and third situation for Northern Colorado. We'll see if they put El Gonzalez on the move in one of these upcoming pitches. Gonzalez on the year is 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts.
Well, and we haven't really seen the arm of Graviette be really tested at all in this tournament. We've been talking about that a couple times, but it'll be interesting to see, like you said, if Northern Colorado puts her in motion or if they keep her where she's at.
Great job by Jessica Terms to cut the ball off in the center. That one rolled the wall. I believe Morales would have scored.
Absolutely, yeah.
So keeps that.
She was on the move, so 2 outs, crack of the bat. But Francia was the first batter that Kong saw when she came into this game here last inning. So second time for Francia to see Kong.
Yeah, first batter she faced.
Got her to ground out to first base. So with Mejia over there, looking to try to do that again here. Keeps the damage just to 1 here in this inning.
First and third, 2 outs. 1-0 count on Krista Francia. Kong gets her sign and fires. Put into right field and caught by Bukowski. Diving play. Prevents another run from scoring. But Northern Colorado does score 1 off an Ella Gonzalez 2-out RBI single, bringing the lead now to 5-1. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Conference Championships, presented by Jambar right here on ESPN Plus. Look at this catch.
Man, full out extension.
In the bottom of the second inning, the Bears scored 1 run, 2 hits and no errors.
First pitch to Jessica Terms, taken outside for a ball. So Grizz scoring 1 in the top half of the second. The Bears able to put 1 back in the bottom half of the inning.
See if Montana will be able to respond here. Top of the third.
Shows bunt, gets it down. Not in time. The throw to Morales from Wilming is at her ankles. And Jessica Terms will lead off single.
What a nice little bunt for a base hit right here by Jessica Terms, the 9-hitter, turning the lineup over, and she just places this perfectly right out of the reach of Williams, but too slow for the second baseman in Walling to be able to field it, and Jessica Terms with the leadoff base runner for the Grizz here in the top of the third.
So 1 on for Grace Lopez, top of the order for Montana. So you get to face Wilming for a second time. First pitch. There's a called strike. Sherm stands at first. She's 0 for 2 on stolen bases, so won't expect her to be on the move. Also down 4. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors for Montana. 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Bears. 0-1. That'll leave the count 1-1.
Lopez, her first at bat today against Wilming, flew out to center field. Got a good piece, but just underneath it a little bit. So she'll look here to continue to pass the bat for the Grizzlies with no outs here in the inning.
1-1. Off the glove of Harrington. This will be a pass ball, and Sherms will advance to second.
So that'll put Sherms in scoring position for the Grizz, and a good opportunity for Grace Lopez yet again here. As a ball hit to the outfield, with the speed of Sherms, most likely will score her.
So 2-1 the count on Grace Lopez. Set into the outfield and caught in right field. Sherm's tagging, she'll head to third.
So ends up being a productive at bat for Grace Lopez here, able to get Sherms over 60 feet closer to scoring.
So we're on third for 1 out for the senior Chloe Saxton. Time called by VDM Pendleton Helm. She gonna challenge a runner leaving early?
I think we might have our first challenge of the day, Logan.
Well, we'll have to see. Umpires will talk about it first, and then we'll see the official challenge. I don't think, did they touch second base after? Is it a left early in terms of the sac flies, or left early in terms of the ball hitting?
I think it was.
Here's my question.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm not sure. My guess would be left early after the sac fly, but you know, I've been known to be wrong in the past, so.
All right. We'll have to get the recap here so we can look at the bracket right now. So it started off, Montana in game 1 took down Weber State in a good game, 7 overall home runs, 6 by the Grizz. They advanced. Then Sacramento State ran rule Portland State en route to a victory, as we'll get the challenge call. So the official challenge that she left early on the tag. They're going to the visitors' locker room and aka the replay center and check it out. So we'll see if we can have an angle ourselves. They have different camera views on there, and then we do.
See here, Sherms going back to tag. Now the question is, did she leave after the ball was in the glove of Kakalis in right field?
Can't really tell on that angle.
What was interesting when I watched
number 2 in the inning.
Yeah, head coach DDN Pendleton Helm walked out to the umpire, and she turned back to the dugout and was double checking to say, you know, should I challenge this? And it looked like there were a couple people, players and coaches alike, standing in there saying she left early. So we shall see.
Back to the bracket, the updated bracket. Idaho State 10-1 in 6 innings took down Montana to send them to the losers bracket. Sacramento State winning a thriller over Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado had the tying run on third, winning run on second, before Kennedy Bacon was able to send Sacramento State to the next day 2-0. Yesterday, losers bracket games, Montana run rules Portland State en route to take on Northern Colorado, who took down Weber State yesterday in similar fashion. Idaho State played Sac State in the late game yesterday, and Taylor was a thriller. It was 2-0. Sac State tied up. City Grove's 2-run home run. Go to the second inning, another run put on the board, solo shot by Bustos. Kennedy Dudley matched her in the bottom half of the inning, makes it 3-3 as we have an official view here. It is confirmed without a doubt. She did not leave early. So there's going to be 1 out in the inning.
And
runner on third. There's only one challenge remaining for Northern Colorado. But yeah, there's 3-3, and then 4 runs in the top of the third. What looked like to be put Idaho State down on the mat. Idaho State able to respond with 2.
Yep.
Beat the count. Then the top half of
Scoreless.
the fifth, they held them scoreless, or fourth scoreless. Idaho State able to score 7 times. Grand slam by Cameron McDonald for the lead. Ends up winning 15-7 in 6 innings. Here comes Cherms, play at the plate. Is she safe? She is. Another run on the board. And it's now 5-2. Sac fly, Chloe Saxton.
So great productive at bat right there by the senior, and Chloe Saxton just jumping on the first pitch that she sees from Wilming and drives it out to right field. It'll be just deep enough for Cherms to score. Grizz will add another one to their run total. That puts them at 2.
So 5-2 the score. Now Anna Cockhill here with 2 outs, bases empty. First pitch. That one misses.
Yeah, Cockhill recorded the first hit of the day for the Grizz just by driving the ball right back up the middle.
So 1-0 the count. Wilming gets her sign, fires. Misses up for a ball, so 2-0 now. Cockhill.
Yeah, yesterday's game with Sac State and Idaho State was crazy.
That was
crazy.
It was loud. Most fans I've seen.
Punches being thrown by both teams.
Yep.
Idaho State ultimately getting the last punch, couple of punches thrown.
The knockout punch. Kira Day. Ending things on the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th. Casey Oganaga came in relief of the pitch of the year, Marley Galuskin, who got taken out early and was able to hold outside the 4-run inning, held them scoreless for 3 consecutive, the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings on route to their run rule victory. 3-0 pitch misses, so a 4-pitch walk to Anna Cockhill. She's just 1 stolen base shy of Gabby Martinez from tying the program record of stolen bases.
Well, we saw her on the run in her...
Had her 38th yesterday.
Yeah.
She was on the run, like I said earlier.
Yep, on the run earlier. Mejia just lining out to Walling at second, but another good opportunity. Will we see it?
Now the move on the first pitch, and it's a ball to Kaylee Mejia, 0 for 1 in this game. Flew out to second base.
So we've seen some really good 2-out hitting from the Bears in their half of the inning. Will Montana also be able to capitalize on some 2-out hitting here?
Foul tipped into the glove, Harrington. It's count 1-1. A little bit of some interesting management in this game. Because if you win, you play again. Sacramento State.
Yep.
So pitching wise, I believe it'll be Ann Wilming as long as they can.
As long as they can let her go.
As long as she's able to kind of throw strikes.
Yeah.
Cockhill on the run, throw down. Not in time. That'll tie the program record for stolen bases, number 39.
Good jump, too, by Anna Cockhill. You can see why she has so many steals on the season. Ties it up with 39 career stolen bases. 1
steal away from being the lone stolen base leader in Montana program history. Now tied with Gabby Martinez with 39. 2-1 pitch. Foul back. It's now 2-2.
Well, like you were talking about on the flip side, if Montana's able to rally back and score some more runs, you have to think same thing for Montana's. They're going to try to let Congo as long as she can. Right. And then if you are able to get past game 1 and game 2, you'd have to imagine that we'd see Kara Sweet back out there in the circle again. Or at least be a thought for going back out in the circle.
2-2, runner on second. 2 outs, the pitch. Off the plate, count runs full. Full count, 2 outs, 1 run home. Freshman of the year at the plate. This is Anna Wilming in her 3rd Big Sky tournament. Got to experience the joys of winning it in 2024. Pitch. Fouls it away. Last year got to experience The flip side, a heartbreaking loss to end your season. What will it be for her and the Bears here in 2026, looking for their 3rd title in 4 years? Clinch another spot in the NCAA regionals, went to Stillwater back-to-back times.
Yeah.
Last year, Weber State headed to Eugene. It's a walk. Mejia will walk over to first. Tying run will come to the plate. And it's JoJo Christians who had a home run. Weber State DD Pendleton-Helm wants to talk. DD Ann Pendleton-Helm, excuse me, wants to go talk to her in field and Wilming.
Great at bat right there by Kaylee Mejia. Just a really professional, experienced at bat. And like you said, just a freshman and freshman of the year, but able to draw herself a walk and pass the bat to JoJo Christians, who already has gone deep once in this game. So 2 outs continue for Montana. Will they be able to capitalize?
JoJo already has 1 home run in this ball game. Home run here would tie things up 5 apiece.
Then you're looking at a whole different ball game.
First and second, 2 outs. Sherm scoring. Had a single, advanced on a pass ball, advanced to third on a fly out to right field, and scored on a sac fly to right field. 2 outs, Cockhill walked, stole second, and then Mejia walked. So now it's first and second. And here we are, first pitch to JoJo Christians. Off the plate. It's 1-0. Winner plays Sacramento State about 30 minutes after this one. Loser packs their bags and heads back to their respective cities. 1-0 pitch. You get 2-0. Wilming struggling to find the zone now.
I think if you're JoJo Christians here, especially with having those 2 balls that have thrown to you, you just got to sit on 1 pitch, and if you're able to capitalize on it, swing hard, hit a ball hard, put it somewhere in play.
2-0 pitch. Swings at this one, fouls it away. So 2-1. Sophomore left fielder in the box. Wilming getting her sign from the dugout. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled back. So 1 strike away from getting out of this. Just allowing 1 run.
Yeah, good response right there by Wilming in the circle after throwing 2 straight balls to Christians. Just goes right at her. Puts herself in the 2-2 count. Like you said, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning.
Two just misses. The count now full. Cockhill and Mejia will be on the run on the pitch. Big moment in this game. Top of the 3rd inning. Colorado leading by 3. Tying run at the plate, and JoJo Christians. Here's the pitch. This one set into center. It's going to find the gap. 1 run will score. Mejia getting waved around. Now stops back to 3rd. It's an RBI double for JoJo Christians, and it's now 5-3.
Man, JoJo Christians, what a swing of the bat from the left fielder. Just gets a ball. You knew Wilming had to come in with a 3-2 count, and makes her pay. Just capitalizes it on driving a ball into the gap in left center field, and that'll now have 2 more Grizz in scoring position. Just a great piece of hitting right there, and Chrissy did a good job of getting it in, and I think that's why they ended up holding Mejia, but Grizz will add another run on the board here.
Tying run at second base now. Leading run at the plate, and Mackenzie Bukowski. 5-3 now to score on the top of the 3rd. First pitch taken for a ball.
Well, Bukowski made an incredible diving play in right field to end the inning, so another opportunity to do something big here for the Grizz. And again, 2-out hitting continues to be crucial in these games here.
And Montana 2 for 4 with 2 outs. Likewise, 2 for 4 for Northern Colorado with 2 outs. There's a called strike. So 1-1 on Bukowski. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Grizz. 5 runs on 7 hits for the Bears. Bukowski a strikeout victim her last time. Love to come through here. The pitch. Down the line pass. Nelson at third. Here comes Christians. We are tied. RBI single, Mackenzie Bukowski.
And again, 2-out hitting continues for the Grizz. We saw it on the side with the Bears, but here, Bukowski steps up huge. And like we said, made a huge diving play to end the inning. Here, comes up with a 2 RBI single. And like you said, Logan, we're tied. We got a brand new ball game right here.
Bukowski RBI single advances to second on the throw. All with 2 outs. 4 runs in the inning for the Grizz. Now the leading run at second base for Brianna Gutierrez. First pitch outside. I have to wonder if the Northern Colorado pen's getting a little bit loose now, as the Grizz are getting to Wilmington their second time through the order. 5-5 in the top half of the third. Still 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch. Make it 2-0. For either of these teams to go to the championship, they'll need to not only win this game, but defeat Sacramento State later today for a chance to play Idaho State in the title game, where they'll have to win 2 games tomorrow. So they'll have to win either team will have to win 4 games at the NCAA Regionals. Ground ball. Francia over to first. They'll retire the side, but we are tied. 5 apiece. We'll head to the bottom of the third after the break. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships right here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho. Presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN+.
Boise. That quaint, waiting to be discovered, best-kept secret city, right? Nah, not to brag. Who are we kidding? Totally bragging. There's more to see, do, and share here than cities twice its size. It's a walkable, talkable, eat, drink, and danceable, boostable, postable, shop till you droppable city. You don't just visit Boise, you live it. See for yourself. Visit Boise. Now.
In the heart of Montana's untamed wilderness, a legend is brewing. Jeremiah Johnson Brewing, the official beer of the Big Sky Conference. Brewed with the rugged spirit of the West. Jeremiah Johnson is simply a world-class, straightforward, no-nonsense beer. Do well.
Wow, $1 million.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Itchery.
Didn't touch it. I was just using it as a drink tray.
Sir, I'm obligated to inform you that I have a yellow belt in the art of karate.
Yellow. What's your signature move? The fist of mild discomfort?
Try again.
The flinching dragon.
That's not a fake.
The flying side-eye?
We're getting warmer.
Bottom of the third inning, and we are tied, Taylor. 5 apiece in the elimination matchup. Game 1 today of 2. Winner plays Sac State following this game number 8 of the tournament. Out of the 10 scheduled, 4 teams remain. Just 3 will remain after this game, and just 2 will remain heading into tomorrow. It's Championship Thursday. 0-1 the count on Hayden Nelson. Nelson doubled her last time around.
Yeah, nearly left the yard.
Swing and a miss there. Down in the count now, 0-2. The freshman third baseman just a home run away from tying Miley Morales' single-season home run record set in 2025, just a year ago. She's currently tied for second place with Miley Morales from 2024 and Lindsey Smith from 2012 with 13, passing Caitlin Flynn earlier in this tournament.
Sure, she'd love to have another one right here to put the Bears back up.
The 1-2 pitch. Beautiful pitch, but it misses, and leaving the count 2-2.
love a good changeup, and just a little bit outside, but I love how Kong has been able to try to mix those speeds, and we've seen it a couple of times, but to the credit of Nelson, able to lay off there for a ball.
2-2 pitch. 3-2. So full count to the freshman third baseman.
Well, and what I like in this at bat from Nelson is for her second strike, she went down in the turf, kind of down in the turf, swinging, and the last two balls that Kong has put down there, she's laid off, so adjustments within the at bat.
Full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Kiana Kong sets down Nelson for out number 1 here in the bottom of the third.
Second strikeout of the day coming via the swing for Kiana Kong, and just as I said, she had made that adjustment, goes down with that drop ball, got a little bit of curve action on it as well, and that's hard to hit when it's moving on 2 different planes.
Yep. That'll be Kakalis' turn. 1 gone. Now seen multiple 4-run leads erased in the Big Sky tournament. Idaho State did it yesterday to Sacramento State, down 7-3. Rallied back to win 15-7.
Oh, that's crazy.
Montana was down 4-0 and 5-1. Rallied to score 4 runs in the top half of the third to tie it. Grace Lopez tosses to first for out number 2.
Play right there from Grace Lopez, ranging over to her right side. And we saw her unable to grab a ball in the first inning, and here makes up for it by ranging over and tossing it over to Mejia for out number 2. So quick 2 outs here for Kong and the Grizz.
So Emma Harrington at the plate. 0 for 1 in this game. Grounded out to the shortstop, Anna Conkhill. Her last time around in the first inning.
Tried to go again with the changeup there, just let it, I think just kind of float over her hand a little bit too much, and that's why you saw that like curve movement on it for a ball.
1-0, 2 outs. Kong gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Oh, you're gonna count 1-1.
I love that she went with the changeup, and then to counter it, she went hard inside. That's a hard adjustment to make as a hitter.
Count now 1-1 on Harrington. Kong out away for the first scoreless inning for the Grizz. Ground ball, foul. Grizz are 3 for 6 with 2 outs. The Bears are 2 for 4.
3 for 6 and 2 for 4. Wow.
Yeah, both batting 500
See,
with 2 outs.
2 out hitting. 2 out hitting.
1-2, 2 gone. Kong shakes off the first sign. Says yes to the second. Here's the pitch. In the dirt.
Nice pick by Graviette back there.
Two outs. Here in the bottom of the third. Fouled back.
And that was a much better located changeup from Kong there. You can see it kind of floated a little bit, but it was just enough to make Harrington think about it and gets her to foul it off. See if she follows up with something hard inside here. See, just timing's off a little bit, and that's what you want from a changeup.
Count runs full now on Harrington. A full count, 2 outs. Bears looking for a 2-out base runner. On deck is Abby Guyona, the 9-hole batter. Able to score 1 run with 2 outs the previous inning. Here's the pitch. Fouled. We'll do it again.
Turned out to be a beautiful day here in Pocatello.
Yeah, I mean, you were expecting it to be a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It's 57 degrees. It's sunny. Sun breathing through our ice fishing town.
Well, when we left the field yesterday and I was driving home, there were all these really dark clouds, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" But luckily, they went away. Thank goodness.
Full count, delivery. Ball 4. So Emma Harrington reaches first base here with 2 gone. Bears have a base runner for Abby Guyona.
And the 2 out productive at-bats continue with Harrington there able to draw the walk and just not going after that ball low in the zone as Kong was trying to get her to fish, but good discipline.
First pitch to Abby Guyona. Taken for a strike. Guyona 0 for 1. Also grounded out to Anacocco over at short on a beautiful play, a one hopper picked by Cocco in the middle of the infield and threw it over to first. The leadoff out of the previous inning. So quickly 0-2 on Guyona. Senior left fielder. 22 hits on the year, 3 of those being doubles. Her only extra base hits of the season. So 0-2, 1 runner on in the form of Emma Harrington. The pitch. That one misses, saved by Graviette and going to the backstop.
Nice grab back there. It's like you said, could have easily went to the backstop. I like that Kong tried to change, I think she was trying to go inside with this pitch, whether she did it purposely or not, change the eye levels of Guyona.
Ground ball, Gutierrez over to first, and that'll retire the side. First scoreless inning for the Grizz. The score remains right where it's at, 5-5. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships right here in beautiful Pocatello, presented by Jam Bar on ESPN Plus. Piana app.
Let's go.
Yeah, back-to-back days to walk off. Conforto, a couple days ago, yesterday, Ellie De La Cruz, the shortstop for the Reds, made a beautiful error, in my opinion, sending Dancy Swanson to the plate.
Can you make a beautiful error?
If you're rooting for the error to happen, it's beautiful on the other people's eyes. Best shortstop in the NL Central. Okay.
Yeah, my Giants struggled yesterday, but, you know, I watched the SEC tournament on ESPN.
Is Tony Vitello the answer?
I hope so. I hope.
Are Giants fans running thin on him yet?
No, I am a faithful fan.
I don't know what the hold up here.
Watch, I think.
Oh, classic.
Equipment. Oh, no, they don't. Oh, wait, no, they do have watches.
Yeah, they do look for the dugout quite a bit.
Anna Wilming, I think, was using a wristband, though.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just preference of what you like to use.
Okay.
Okay, maybe not. Oh, yep. Nope, never mind.
Alrighty.
Never mind. But Grace Algram going to come into this ball game for Northern Colorado. The senior right-hander likes to work a little bit more side to side with the curve and back door. Has a rise ball as well.
First pitch, ground ball, tossed first. Morales receives for out number 1.
1 pitch, 1 out. Likes to work that rise ball as well. And like you see there, I would expect her just to kind of try to go at these Montana hitters and try to get her a scoreless inning of her own for the Bears.
Yeah, 5.27 ERA on the year, 7.6 win-loss record. This is her 31st appearance, 101 innings pitched on the year. Make that 101 in the third inning pitched this year. 51 strikeouts, 33 walks. First pitch to Jessica Cherms, taken for a ball. Cherms able to reach her last time up with a single. Then second on pass ball, and then fly out to right field, advance her to third, and then a sac fly to right field. Scored her. Grizz put 4 runs in the top half of the third to tie it up 5-5. Cherms has a 1-1 count on her from Grace Algram.
We saw Grace Algram pitch yesterday against Weber State. I thought she did a really nice job of just coming in and throwing strikes and trusting her spin.
Fair ball. It's gonna be extra bases. Could be 3. We'll see what they go. And Cherms right in second. She's heading to third. It's a triple for Jessica Cherms. No throw. Her first triple of the season, and her first career triple for Jessica Cherms.
If you're gonna hit a triple in this ballpark, that's exactly where you need to put that ball. Just hit it hard right past Morales at first base, and then just trickled all the way in to the corner. Cacales had to run a long way to get this ball, and with the speed of Cherms, you knew she was gonna be making it to 3.
So the leading run now on third base. Top of the order now for the Grizz. Just 1 away. Grace Lopez steps up, flew out to center her first time, flew out to right her second time. Will it be this time? First pitch from Algram, taken down for a ball. Jessica Cherms 2 for 2, 2 massive hits from the freshman in the 9-hole.
One nice little bunt for a base hit, and that one just swinging and hitting the ball hard, and found some open turf out there.
Just beyond the glove of Miley Morales. Almost took out the first base umpire Eric Bodden.
Yeah.
Called strike, evens count 1-1. Home plate umpire Camber Zornstad. First base umpire, like I said, Eric Bodden. And at third base, Guillermo Villanueva. So runner on third, 1 out. Hayden Nelson at third playing in. Morales playing in as well at first. The 1-1. 2-1.
When can we saw last inning Montana be able to capitalize with some 2-out hitting? Will they be able to capitalize here with just 1 out in the inning?
And a 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. 3 for 6 with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball. Francia tosses to first, but this will give the Grizz the lead. RBI ground out for Grace Lopez, and it's now 6-5 Montana.
So they are able to capitalize with Grace Lopez just hitting a ground ball over to shortstop in Francia, and just hit slow enough with the speed of Jessica Cherms, was going to be off and able to score, and the Grizz will take the lead.
First lead change. Grizz led 4-0, then led 5-1. Tied coming to the top of the fourth, and now it is 6-5 Montana on top. Chloe Saxon at the plate. Her third at bat, fouls it away. 0 for 1 with a sac fly. So we'll look at this. Grounded by Lopez again. Francia thought about throwing it home. Decided to take the sure out at first for out number 2.
Yeah, you can see her body was actually set up to throw that ball to home plate, but just redirected it over to Miley Morales at first. Like you said, to get the sure out.
0-1. Evens count 1-1. Top of the fourth inning. Another great game here in the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jambar. 1-1 from Grace Algram. 2-1 now on Saxton.
That's a good pitch on the outer half right there, and Emma Harrington trying to frame it up. I think just missed maybe a little bit outside, but hitters count here for Chloe Saxton. 2-1.
2-1 pitch. Off Algram. It's going to be a single for Chloe Saxton. That'll extend the inning. Off the glove in the circle, right up the middle. And Algram
Seems to be okay. She's smiling. Luckily, it hit off her glove. She's looking over at her head coach, but that ball was a rocket off the bat of Chloe Saxton.
So single brings Anna Cockhill to the plate with 2 outs. Tied the program record in stolen bases with 39 earlier in this game. Just a sophomore, 3 home runs in her first game. She is 7 for 10 in this tournament with 3 walks.
7 for 10 is crazy awesome.
First pitch called strike.
Yeah, walked on 4 straight pitches in her last at bat. Didn't even really get anything to swing at.
A 1 fouled boy. Oh, 2 outs. Algram looking for 1 more strike to end the inning. The pitch. Tries to get Cockhill a chase. She holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Tried to go upstairs there with the rise ball, which Algram likes to throw a good majority of the time, and Cockhill able to lay off.
One, 2. Fouled away. Yes, out of play.
Right on top of the dugout on the first base side.
So the count remains 1-2, 2 outs. Saxon stands at first. Grizz has already taken the lead here in the top half of the 4th. The 1-2. 2-2. Good take there by Anna Cockhill. So do it again. Algram looking to get out of her first inning of work in relief of Anna Wilming. Pitch. We'll find some green grass in left field. Base hit for Anna Cockhill. There'll be runners on first and second now with 2 gone.
Anna Cockhill here just turning on a pitch inside and just hitting it hard right in the 5-6 hole, and continues the inning again. Some more 2-out hitting for these Montana Grizzlies, and that'll bring to the plate Kaylee Mejia, as you see here, just turns on it and smokes it into the 5-6 hole.
Oh, a pinch runner over at second. That's number 34. Danielle Beal.
I think we've seen her pinch run another time in this tournament.
She's 2 for 2 on stolen bases. She'll stand over at second. Cockhill over at first, and the freshman Kaylee Mejia, freshman of the year, I should add, at the plate. Like I said, 2-out hitting. Now 5 for 8 are the Grizzlies.
So that put Anna Cockhill at 8 for 11 on the tournament?
Yes.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Yeah, I was saying how there's not a lot of walk. Actually, I think I put Anna Cockhill on a walk in game 1. I think I said that.
Yeah, you did. You did.
For the first.
What's funny is
first team.
Cameron McDonald for Idaho State is also just ripping the cover
Yeah,
off
that is the issue.
2 shortstops.
It has McDonald with 2 for 2 yesterday, 2 walks, grand slam, and a solo home run. In her first game, she had a couple hits as well and a walk. So yeah. I think the all tournament teams should be the top 9 hitters regardless of position.
Put some pitchers in there as well.
Yeah. So 0-2 on Mejia. 2 gone. Runners on first and second. Can Algram and the Bears get out of it? They will. Swing and a miss. Algram sets down Mejia on 3 pitches, but not before the Grizz retake the lead. Triple by Jessica Cherms and an RBI ground out by Grace Lopez. Score now, Montana 6, Northern Colorado 5. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships right here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho. Presented by Jambar on ESPN+. 6-5 for the Bears. Montana taking the lead in the top half of the fourth. Score now 6-5. First pitch from Kong. Ground ball over to Cockhill. Over to first for out number 1.
One pitch, one out here from Kong, and just gets Christie out in front and able to ground her out to Anna Cockhill. Out number 1.
Both teams now in the bullpen. Kara Sweet versus Anna Wilming to begin the game. Now Kiana Kong versus Grace Algram here in the fourth. Time called by Kong.
So Katie Walling 2 for 2 on the day with a double and a home run.
Big spot here for the senior. It's going to hold up. Shermers makes the catch for out number 2.
So 2 pitches, 2 outs for Kong here in the bottom of the fourth, and that's a pitcher you love to see it. Those are gifts. Those are gifts, those 2 one-pitch outs.
So Miley Morales at the plate. With 2 gone. Oh, looking for a quick inning to her team. Give her the lead in the top half of the fourth. First pitch. Misses.
Yeah, Morales walked in her last plate appearance on 7 pitches and then doubled in her first at bat. She's seen a lot of pitches today. Saw 9 in her first at bat and 7 in her second at bat.
2, 3, 4 have really been the highlights for Northern Colorado in this game. For this inning, none of them have been retired. Walling retired for out number 2. Morales, like you said, 1 for 1, also has a walk. And El Gonzalez on deck, 2 for 2. 2-0 pitch. Called strike, 2-1. Yeah, from 2, 3, 4 coming into this inning, they were 5 for 5 with a walk. They're now 5 for 6 with a walk. Mel Morales looking to continue the stellar senior trio in this game. Fouled back. Almost took out our jam bar stand in our tent.
Not our jam bars.
Yeah, almost smashed my musical mango.
I'm kind of excited about the jam and jazzleberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of those in this?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I see.
It's hiding under the tropical trio.
Oh, man, we got 4 different flavors in here?
Oh, yeah, we.
Talk about a selection.
Yes.
2-2 pitch to Miley Morales. Caught! Great catch by Mejia for out number 3. Quick inning for Kiana Cog and the Grizz. They retain the lead at 6-5. We'll head to the top of the 5th after the break. Grizz looking to add on to their lead. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships right here in Pocatello, Idaho on ESPN Plus, presented by Jambar. Pocatello, Idaho, top of the 5th inning. JoJo Christians to lead things off for the Grizz. First pitch from Algram. Misses for a ball. JoJo Christians tied things up. Her last at-bat with a double. Had a home run her first time around, opening up the scoring for the Grizz. What she have in store for her third at-bat, first time facing Grace Algram.
Yeah, she's had arguably 2 of the biggest hits today for Montana. Ooh, almost
took out the coaching staff.
I think it's Anna Wilman sitting there. You could tell she was like, ooh, that was close. I've never seen a foul ball go right there.
Yeah, it's an odd spot.
Yeah. Well, first time for everything, I guess.
1-1 to JoJo Christians. Algram gets her sign. And the pitch. Off the end of it. Jammed and fouled away. It's now 1-2 on JoJo Christians.
So Grace Algram here looking, try to keep the Grizz off the board and get a scoreless inning of her own. Right now she's 1-2 on JoJo Christians.
The 1-2. Morales mishandles it. Gonzalez goes back to Morales, though, for the out. So a 3-4-3 put out for the first out here in the top of the 5th.
Well, nice job there by Katie Walling to have Amiley Morales' back and just she was right there next to her and just tosses it over, and that'll tire JoJo Christians for the first time today.
So Mackenzie Bukowski at the plate. She was the one actually to tie things up.
With a single.
Yes. On the ice, single, 2 outs. Takes first pitch, ball with 1 out here at the top of the 5th. Algram allowed 1 run in her first inning of relief. Triple by Churms. Ground out by Lopez, scoring her to give Montana their first lead of the ball game. So 1-1 now on Bukowski. Bukowski's now 2 for 6 in the tournament with 4 walks, scored once. The 1-1 pitch. This one's gonna get snared, tossed to first, safe.
Oh my goodness.
Really close play, great stop by Walling over at second. Those delivered to first. Is there going to be a challenge? That's the question.
I think
Ricardo's already used 1.
Yep.
It will be a challenge.
Oh my gosh, what a great play right there by Katie Walling.
So let's look at this replay here, Taylor. Bukowski right beyond the glove, but snared right there.
Yep.
Toss to first.
Does she get her foot to the base before Amiley Morales has the ball?
Close.
Oh, man. What a great I thought for sure that ball was just going to go straight up the middle.
I thought it was beyond her glove, but
yeah,
beyond belief, Katie Walling was able to stop it from rolling in the outfield. Not just that.
Yeah, nearly gets her.
Nearly gets her. Might have got her. Let's look at it again. Slowed down. Goes over to first.
Ooh.
Oh, it looked kind of out right there.
It looked, yeah.
They'll have different angles than us in the replay center.
If this goal gets overturned, it feels like it's going to be a huge momentum shift for the Bears.
They can get 2 outs to start this inning. Down just 1 run. I think you'd be correct. So a different angle here.
Yeah.
It's probably the better angle. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. That's about as close as it gets.
That might be a tie going to the base runner.
That's about as close as it gets.
Might have been a great call by Eric Bodden. It's been a beautiful week here in Pocatello, Idaho.
Yep. Cannot complain. On the first day of the tournament, a rare no wind.
Yeah, not much wind today either. I'm looking at the flag right now. It is dead.
Windy yesterday.
A little hot in our broadcasting tent in here, but, you know, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
It could be worse. came to really love this tent. I'm gonna miss
Me
it
too.
after this. Well, I guess I'll be back next year for it, but
I'm gonna miss it.
hopefully we don't replace it. Yeah, my
This is a good spot.
little air filtration.
Yeah.
This
You already got it
look
cut
at the
out.
replay again.
Oh man.
Is the glove in there?
Is the ball secured?
Oh man, that's so close.
That's about as close as you can
I don't
get.
know. There's enough evidence to overturn this one, but again, they'll have different cameras than we do.
Yep. Regardless of the outcome, what a play by Katie Walling. To even make it close on a play like that, oh man.
Everyone holding their breaths here. Still a sizable crowd here in Pocatello, despite Idaho State not playing today. So I'm hearing in my ear we have another angle.
Oh, let's go.
Let's look at this one. Oh, that angle looks like she's about out.
Oh.
But then again,
Is there enough
you don't
evidence
really
to
see the
overturn?
back foot. Yeah, this might be the closest review you've had all season.
I think so too. So we'll see what they say when they
Three
come
different
back.
angles. That's also impressive. Our camera work here. Great job.
Yes,
by
shout out our ESPN crew.
ESPN production crew.
They're the best.
Three terrific angles from them. And all of them were kind of showed something different. I thought she was out on one, thought it was about even on the other. Then that last one looked like out by a hair.
We shall see.
And if to me, it looks like a tie goes to the runner, which would mean she's safe. I don't think there's enough evidence
to overturn
it. But it could. I'm guessing it'll just be stands, not confirmed.
I think you'll be right.
My guess.
But I think Grace Algrim's gonna throw some pitches here just to keep her arm nice and loose as this review continues. But yeah, I think a lot of people in Pocatello just want to come out and watch some good softball. So
I see some crimson or some maroon. Sorry. Not crimson.
I see some orange out there too.
Let's see some other softball scores going on.
Yeah, SEC tournament.
NC State beating Louisville right now.
Wow.
Bottom of 6. Arkansas beating Mississippi State in the bottom of 6. As we're about to get our official call from umpire staff of Cambridge Ornstead, Eric Bodden and Guillermo Villanueva. Eric Bodden, the one making the call over at first base. A lot of tournaments starting today.
Yeah, a lot of them starting today. A lot of them started yesterday, I believe, too.
The replay, all right, so the first base umpire, Eric Bodden, says the replay review system is, quote, not working. So it'll go default to the play or the call on the field, which is safe. So without the replay review center working, though, it will not burn a challenge for Pendleton Helm in Northern Colorado. So an interesting wrinkle, replay center not working. It was working earlier. We had a challenge earlier in this game. So
it's been working the last couple of days, too.
Yep. First pitch to Brianna Gutierrez, promptly lined into right field beyond the glove. Bukowski rounding third. No play. It's going to be a triple for Brianna Gutierrez, and it's 7-5 Grizz.
Man, are you kidding me? Brianna Gutierrez just taking the first pitch that she sees from Grace Algrim, drives the ball the other way. That'll be the second triple of the game for Montana.
Extends the lead to 2.
Is that the first of her career? Triple.
Let's check it out. It is her first career triple
Let's go.
for Brianna Gutierrez. Actually, I talked to her father earlier today.
Oh, yeah?
And he said she hit her first career grand slam against Sac State. That was her first career in college, her first just general softball career. Never hit one in travel ball.
Really?
Not in any leagues. But had one against Sacramento State.
Wow. Wow.
In Sacramento, which is a tough place to kind of get a ball out of that ballpark.
And the way their field position too, and then being at sea level and all that, you really got to get all of it and then some. So
first grand slam in Sacramento, first triple in Pocatello, and with just one out, she'll stand on third for Grayson Graviette.
So again, Grizzlies continuing to score.
Big moment in this game. Northern Colorado now down 2. They were up 4 multiple times in this ball game. Montana fought back and tied it in the third. They took the lead in the fourth, and now they've extended it in the fifth. First pitch ball to Grayson Graviette. Gutierrez stands on third via the RBI triple. 1 out in the inning. Outram getting her sign. And here's the pitch. It'll find right field. Grass for a single. Scoring Gutierrez. It's now 8-5 Montana.
Grayson Graviette here just taking a ball in the outer half and just hitting it hard the other way in the 3-4 hole. Get herself an RBI and a single, and she's going to get a pinch runner.
It'll be number 16. Ava Putler, a pinch run. 1 for 2 on stolen bases on the season. So Jessica Churms, fresh off a triple in her last at-bat. Face Auger once again here. This time with 1 out. Single and a triple for Jessica Churms.
Number 16, Ava Cutler.
The young, scrappy Grizz taking on the veteran Bears. And they're out to a 3-run advantage in the late stages of this game. Top of the 5th inning, 8-5 the score. 8 runs on 11 hits for Montana. Shows bunt, gets it down. This one's going to stay fair, and she's safe. Jessica Churms, what a single.
Oh, man.
The bunt hugs the line and stays fair, avoids the tag of Algram. And it's first and second with 1 out.
First, I wasn't sure if they were going to let this ball trickle foul as it kind of be looking that way, but great effort by Grace Algram there. But Churms just too much speed, and another hit on the board, another bunt for a base hit for Jessica Churms.
So 2 on, 1 out for Grace Lopez. Montana looking to break it wide open now in the 5th inning.
When I was just about to say, with the way that the Bears can swing the bat, it feels like you just need to continue adding runs to the lead. Not only that, but being in Pocatello, you just have to keep continuing to add runs to the lead, and that's what the Grizz really have been able to do here in this inning.
Northern Colorado was down 3 at certain points in the game against Sacramento State. Almost came back. They're losing by 1. The bases loaded, 2 outs. Or bases loaded for multiple, almost the entirety of the 7th inning.
Yeah.
Kennedy Bacon able to get the final 2 outs to send Northern Colorado to the losers bracket, where they dominated Weber State to advance to this matchup against Montana. Montana's 4th game of the tournament. As Grace Lopez puts a drive into this one. 3-run bomb! Doubles the lead for Montana. It's now 11-5. Another Northern Quest Resort and Casino home run. This time for Grace Lopez, her 5th of the season.
Man, what a swing of the bat from Grace Lopez there. It felt like in her previous at-bats, she was seeing the ball good, just not really having anything to show for it. And here gets all of this one and then some for a 3-run home run. All this with 1 out, not even 2, Logan.
Now prompt a pitching change. More about her after the break, the new pitcher. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships, presented by Jam Ball, right here on ESPN+. there. 6.66 ERA on the year. 0-2 win-loss record. This is just her 14th appearance. 13 2/3 innings pitched on the year. 13 walks and just 3 strikeouts. First pitch gets Saxton to Fish for the first strike. 6-run advantage now for the Grizz. They were down 4 at one point in this game. Winner plays Sacramento State after this game for a chance to play Idaho State in the championship tomorrow. Montana's been having a dream season. They're looking to extend it. Northern Colorado has had a storied 4 years with these seniors. They want to play at least one more game. 1-1 pitch. Called strike. 1-2. Saxton, the lone senior for Montana.
Well, in our Jeremiah Johnson keys to the game we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, it was going to need to be Montana's offense that really helped propel them, and they've really come to swing the bat today.
Saxton down the line. Foul. He's got a couple of those foul balls.
Yeah.
Which he's reaching for and pulling it all the way to left field. Both times so far left has gone foul. So 1-2 on Chloe Saxton here with only 1 out in the inning. 5 Grizz across home plate. 3-run home run by Grace Lopez took Grace Algram out of this ball game. 1-2 pitch from Cordero. This one delivered off the glove of Walling into center field for a base hit. So another hit for the Grizz. And now it'll be Anna Cockhill with just 1 gone. And is 8 for 11 in this tournament.
And just a great job right here by Chloe Saxton. Just puts the ball hard, just out of the reach of Walling, who's been spectacular at second base. But another hard hit ball for the Grizz and another base runner here. As like you said, Anna Cockhill will come to the plate.
First pitch called strike to Cockhill. The Helena, Montana native, the lone Montanan on this roster.
Well, Ayana Cordero going to kind of try to come in here and stop the bleeding for the Bears. Going to throw side to side with a screw and a curveball, similar to Anna Wilming. She'll throw that drop and mostly likes to work away to both righties and lefties. But like I said, just kind of trying to come in here and slow the pace down and try to get these Grizzly hitters to miss hit the ball.
1-1 pitch. It's one. Way back there. Making the catch is Guyona, tagging is Saxton. She's in there with an awkward slide.
Man, what a heads-up play right there from Saxton, just tagging. You don't really see runners tag from first base, and with a long fly out to left field as we have out there Guyona, Saxton takes advantage of it and gets herself over into scoring position.
Foul out by Cockhill, advances Saxton to second.
Sometimes that turf catches you.
Yeah, now Kaylee Mejia, strikeout victim her last time, 0 for 2 with a walk. Is the first pitch outside for a ball.
Listen, I've seen the turf monster in action, okay, before, and sometimes it just comes out of nowhere and gets you.
3 for 13 in the tournament. Has a double and a walk. 1-0 pitch. 2-0 now to Mejia.
Tried to go with the change up there, but Mejia, good hold.
Open base over at first, but you don't want to face JoJo Christians with 2 runners on. 2-0 pitch. 3-0.
Tried to go with the change up again there, just missed a bit up.
.30, 2 outs. Put her on second. Here's the pitch. 4-pitch walk for Mejia, extends the inning. It'll be first and second now for JoJo Christians.
So after getting Anna Cockhill to fly out to Guyona in left field, Mejia able to extend the inning and draw the 4-pitch walk.
So JoJo Christians can, the extra base hit, could enforce the 8-run rule. Up 6 here. We'll have a pinch runner over at first base. It'll be number 17, Haley Bohr. Bohr 0 for 2 on stolen base attempts, but she'll go over and stand at first base. She represents the 8th run. JoJo Christians at the plate.
Who led off this inning.
Yep. Actually batted around.
Off this inning, came back around.
First pitch taken for a ball.
When she started off the inning by hitting that ball over to Amiley Morales, and then Katie Walling was right behind her, able to glove it and throw her out for a 3-4-3, the rare 3-4-3
3-4-3
play.
1 out. 2 out.
So again, hitters count here for these Grizzly hitters, and JoJo Christian's looking for a ball she can drive.
Sophomore with a 909 OPS, home run and double in this one. First out of the 5th inning. There's a called strike. So 2-1 now. Cordero trying to stop the bleeding, give her offense a chance to chip away.
Well, and like we said,
6-run deficit.
This Bears team has a really dangerous offense as well, and so if you're Montana, you just want to try to continue to add.
Fouled away. So 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on for Cordero in the Bears. Looking to survive this inning. 5 runs home, 3-run home run by Grace Lopez being the exclamation point here in the top half of the 5th. Christian's looking to add another. It'll be a full count now. Runners have a head start on the next pitch.
Well, if a ball gets hit to the outfield with the runners moving on the pitch, you have to think Bohr would get a pretty good jump and possibly have the chance to score, if not get over to third.
Here's the full count. Pitch. Off the glove of Nelson. No play. Everyone's safe. The bases are now loaded for Bukowski.
So again, another hard hit ball put in play by JoJo Christians, and this time, unfortunately, Nelson not able to glove it, and that'll continue the inning for the Grizz.
So they're going to call it a single. So JoJo Christians will be a triple away from the cycle.
Wow. And we've already seen 2 triples this game, so I mean, it's not out of the question.
15 hits now for Montana in this ball game.
Man.
Called strike on Bukowski to start her 4th at-bat. Singled earlier in this inning.
Yeah, came all the way around to score on the triple from Gutierrez. So 2 quick strikes here on Bukowski after running the count full on Christians and 4 straight balls to Mejia.
The 0-2 pitch. Off the plate for a ball. One-two pitch from Cordero. 2-2. Still 10 hits away from touching their program record of 25 against Southern Utah back in 2016.
Oh my goodness. 25?
They've had 16 5 separate times.
That's a lot of hits.
Swing and a miss. Foul tipped, I guess, into the glove of Harrington for out number 3, but not before Grace Lopez hits a 3-run home run. 5 runs in the top half of the 5th. Now 11-5. The Grizz lead the Bears. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships on ESPN Plus, presented by Gym Bar.
Attention fans, we want to inform everyone that noise makers are not
El Gonzalez leading things off for the Bears, down 6 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to her, line out to Anacocco.
So another.
Our jam bar supplies got raided during the mid.
I saved us a mango.
Oh, thank
and a jam and
Still got
jazzleberry.
5 or like 15.
Hey, we got to keep our support staff happy, okay?
They've had to hear us say jam bar enough.
Yeah,
They probably deserve a couple.
Jam bar.
Called strike on Krista Francia. 1 gone.
Yeah, don't worry. I saved us a musical mango.
Thank God.
I was like,
Been dying
I was
for
like,
that.
John, I need the
a
musical mango.
chocolate cha-cha, maybe a jam and jazzleberry. 0-1.
Oh, nice pitch right there from
Just
Kong.
missed.
Yep, just missed.
Hey, what flavor did we miss? We got all
Tropical Trio.
tropical chocolate, so we did get all 4.
Yeah, we did. Well, if you
Word.
want some of that, I got a little left.
Lunch and order in the game.
Yeah.
1-1, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Kong. This is
Man,
2-1.
I love that pitch inside right there that Kong's been able to throw. It kind of looks like a backdoor curve a little bit, or maybe a drop on the inner half, but she's been able really to throw that with some authority on the inner part of the plate.
Francia, the senior, looking to extend her career. 3-1. Gonna hit the catcher in his mask. He looks to be fine. Cambridge Georgetown's a trooper back there.
Yep.
We have 9 different umpires here in the 2026 Big Sky Championships here in Pocatello, Idaho, presented by Jam Bar.
Jam Bar.
3-1, the pitch. Ground ball, gloved by Gutierrez. Toss over to first. Quickly, 2 gone. Kiana Kong has been dynamite.
Yeah, she's really settled in.
She's now gone 4 2/3 innings pitched. Just 1 earned run, 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts in 69 pitches thrown. Giving her team really a chance.
Yep.
And not just that, her team got a lead and she's held it.
Yeah, she's been excellent since coming in after that first inning. Like you said, just the 2 doubles and the single, a walk here and there, but really been great.
First pitch strike to Hayden Nelson. Nelson would love to not just bring the Bears back in this game, but potentially tie the season's single-season home run record held by her teammate, Miley Morales.
Well, in her first at-bat today, she doubled off the wall.
Yep, very close.
Very close.
To tying it earlier today. Had one to bring it within 1 earlier in the tournament against Sacramento State in Game 4 overall, the 2026 Big Sky Softball Tournament presented by Jam Bar. 1-1 pitch from Kiana Kong. Fouled away. Kong strike away from getting out of the inning. The winner plays Sac State following this game. The winner of that will play tomorrow against the 1 seed, the home team, the Idaho State Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals looking for their first ticket to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
So
one thing they've yet to accomplish as a program. Well, there's more, but
yeah,
that's the next step.
One of the things that
next step after that would basically be a regional win.
Yeah.
1-2. Slow roller.
Pitch.
And that'll be the 3rd out. So 1-2-3 inning for Kiana Kong and the Grizz in the bottom of the 5th. Holding the crowd scoreless for 3 consecutive innings. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN+.
The Bears scored no runs with no hits and no errors. No runners left on base. After 5 innings of scoring, Montana 11, Northern
New pitcher.
Colorado 5.
Montana as they're ahead 6 here in the late stages of this game. Steph Ewing, the leader of this program in her second season. One of the best program turnarounds of recent memory in college softball. 1 year ago, winning one conference game this year. And all the way to the final game, had 2 chances to win the regular season Big Sky Crown. Lost both those chances to Idaho State. Getting the 4 seed, dropping from the 2 to the 4 in the last weekend. Have now won 2 games in the Big Sky tournament, 2-1. Their lone loss being to ISU. Now 6 outs away from getting their 3rd win as there's a new pitcher in the circle. Elise Hydock on the year. 7.67 ERA, 4.5 win-loss record is her 22nd appearance. 55 2/3 innings pitched. 10 walks, 23 strikeouts, 1-1. Off the fist and over the first for out number 1.
Yeah, like you said, Logan, Elise Hydock going to come into this game. The freshman right-hander, a little bit of a different look as she works more up and down with that drop and the rise ball. Has a curve and a change as well, but like I said, mostly likes to work up and down and likes to throw outside to both righties and lefties with the ability to come in, as we just saw on that last pitch there.
First pitch, Grayson Graviette misses for a ball. Hydock trying to keep the score right where it's at. As the Bears face a 6-run deficit, down to as many outs. 1-0 pitch. 2-0.
Oh, that's a great pitch on the outer half right there from Hydock. I think maybe just a little bit outside, but like I said, great pitch.
So 2-0, 1 gone in the inning. Time called by Emma Harrington. Want to talk to her pitcher in the circles. We'll look another angle of this pitch.
Yeah, a little bit off the plate, but good pitch nonetheless.
So 2-0 on Grayson Graviette here. 1 gone in the inning. The 2-0. Grounded foul.
So just goes right to that spot again, but this time Graviette unable to hold up, but it'll go foul.
Graviette 1 for 3 in the game. Base hit in the 5th inning, RBI single. Flew out in the 2nd, rounded out in the 4th. So 2-1 honor. Stepping up big here in the Big Sky tournament. It's Madison Tarrant ruled out with a concussion.
Yeah, she's been huge behind the plate for Montana and really done a nice job of managing this pitching staff with a couple hits to go along with it in the box. But like you said, had to step up with the absence of Madison Tarrant, who is with the team but unable to play.
The 2-2 pitch. They get full now on Graviette. On deck. The player is probably going to give the Bears nightmares tonight. Jessica Churms, who's 3 for 3.
2 bunt for base hits and a
triple. Full count. Ball 4. So Graviette walks over to first with 1 gone. Now Jessica Churms, like we said, 3 for 3, 2 singles and a triple.
What'll she do in this at bat, Logan?
Looking to add on to her already stupendous day. Single in the 3rd, triple in the 4th, single in the 5th. 4th at bat here in the 6th.
Talk about stepping up when your team needs you the most, especially in the 9 spot.
First pitch, ball.
Well, and you and I have talked about just how crucial this 9 hitter can be, and she's just done a great job of getting herself on base and turning the lineup over, almost acting as that second leadoff hitter, and she's 3 for 3 on the day, so pretty good day at the office, I would say.
Infield playing somewhat in on the corners. She went around, strike.
Nice changeup right there from Hydock, just continuing to mix speeds, and we saw her try to throw it to Graviette, but it missed down in the dirt, and there just executed that pitch beautifully for strike number 1.
1-1, 1 out, 1 runner on. Here's the pitch. Make it 2-1 now on Jessica Terms. Hydock asking the umpire for that one miss. Two-1. The middle and through for another single. Terms is now 4 for 4 on the afternoon.
Another single.
Another single is correct.
Have yourself a day. Jessica Terms just takes this pitch right back up the middle, just out of the reach of Francie at shortstop. Great effort, but it will pass the bat back to the top of the lineup in Grace Lopez, who went deep her last at bat.
Lopez, ground ball. There's one. Throw over to first. Not in time. We'll get Terms at second. It'll be a fielder's choice for Lopez. There'll be runners on the corners with 2 outs for the senior, Chloe Saxton. This will be Saxton's 5th time at the plate here in the 6th inning.
2 singles on the day and a sac fly, so been pretty efficient at the plate as well for the Grizz.
Called strike. That single by Terms puts her 1 hit away from potentially tying the all-time single game hits record for the Grizz. 4's been done plenty of times. 5's only been done 3 times. That pitch misses, 1-1.
Hydock looking to try to get out of this inning here with keeping the score right where it's at and give her offense a chance to go back with the bats in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Slow roller, Nelson over to first. Scoreless inning for Hydock and the Bears. Keeps score right where it's at. It's 11-5. Bears looking to respond in the bottom half of the 6th. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Championships presented by Jam Bar right here in Pocatello on ESPN+.
No errors. 2 runners left on base.
Watching who they will take on in the game following this one. Right now looks to be Montana. 6-run advantage here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. But the Bears will have something to say about that. Bailey Kakalis leading things off against Kiana Kong, who has been stellar. He's pitched all 5 innings for the Grizz. But in relief, Akara Sweet, who wasn't able to record an out before allowing 4 runs and getting pulled from this ball game. Kong has been stellar. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts. In the circle, ground ball, Cockhill for out number 1. Bears now down to their final 5 outs.
Like you said, Kong has just been magnificent in this game, and she's really given her offense a chance to just kind of explode like they have done today, and she just continues to lock it down in the circle there with out number 1 on 2 pitches.
So 1 gone. Emma Harrington steps up. 0 for 1 in this game. Round out in a walk. Pitch misses for a ball.
Yeah, if the score were to stand as it is right now, it'd be interesting to see who Montana decides to go with to start the game against Sac State.
You'd think Kara Sweet, who didn't get a ton of pitches this game, would most likely start, but
you never know.
Did not have it against Northern Colorado to begin this game, but maybe a little bit of a break, cool down.
That's the thing about pitching, that you
Kiana Kong,
she's riding.
The game will probably start 30 minutes after this, so she'll be somewhat warm. Montana's had 20-minute innings in this game on offense. 2-0, fouled away. The other option would be Cameron Ortega, who's gone 81 innings this year, or Audrey Elias, who's gone 58 in the 3rd innings. Only other pitcher that's thrown this year is Brooklyn Braun, who's thrown 12 and 2/3 innings pitched. For Northern Colorado, if they were to come back and win this one, it would be a true toss-up on who would throw.
Yep.
3-1 now on Harrington. I'd assume Kennedy Bacon is going to start for Sacramento State, but it could be Ortiz.
It could be Ortiz as well.
Or Leone, who's yet to throw in this tournament.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're going to find out.
So there's a lot of options. Sac State is a lot more up in the air.
Yeah.
3-1. There's a called strike.
When Sac State as well, they have some pretty good depth to their pitching staff with Bacon, Ortiz, Leone. Yesterday we saw
Kendall Williams.
Kendall Williams.
They have 5 pitchers who've been utilized this season.
3 main pitchers that they use in Bacon, Ortiz, and Williams, but some other pitchers as well that have thrown innings for them.
Foul tipped into the glove of Graviette for out number 2. 4 outs away from advancing to the next round now. Abby Guyota, the senior, will bat here with 2 outs.
What a pitch right here by Kiana Kong, just continuing to pound the inner half of the plate and gets Harrington to swing. Graviette, nice job holding on to that ball for strike number 3.
First pitch to Guyona. On strike.
Beautiful changeup right there. She's used that pitch very efficiently today. She hasn't thrown it a ton, but when she has, she's done a really nice job of locating it and keeping these Bears hitters guessing at what's coming.
0-1 pitch. It's a ball. 1-1. Montana has 8 underclassmen in their starting lineup. They're 4 outs away from getting their 3rd win of the tournament.
Yeah, just
Northern Colorado, 7 upperclassmen in their lineup, an experienced bunch.
Well, Montana as a whole only has 3 upperclassmen. 2 juniors in Kong in the circle with Madison Tarrant, and then the lone senior like you've been talking about in Chloe Saxton.
The youth versus the experience. I know the youth's up 11-5 in the late stages of this ball game. 2-1 pitch. Called strike. It's 2-2. 2 gone. Northern Colorado lost a heartbreaker to Sacramento State. Then beat Weber yesterday to get to this matchup against Montana. Ground ball. Touches the bag on first for the 3rd out. Montana looked to add on to their 6-run advantage in the top half of the 7th inning. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships right here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho, presented by Jam Bar on ESPN+.
In the bottom of the 6th inning, the Bears scored
looking for 3 more outs in the bottom half of the inning. First, they'll want to add on to their lead, up 6 here in the 7th inning. Hydock out for her second inning of work in the circle, held Montana scoreless for the first time since the first inning in the previous frame. First pitch strike to Anacocco, adding 750 in this Big Sky tournament through 4 games.
Yeah, she's just been huge for this Montana team, not just in this tournament, but throughout all of conference play.
Caught over at second base by Katie Walling for out number 1.
And even the outs that she's making are hard hit balls. Like that ball was a shot over to Walling at second base, and she's able to glove it because it was right at her. But another hard hit ball by Anna Cockhill.
First pitch to Mejia, called strike. Mejia is 0 for 2 in this game, but has walked twice. Getting her 5th plate appearance. JoJo Christian's looming on deck. The 0-1. 1-1.
That's a good pitch right there. We've seen Hydock really do a nice job of painting that outside part of the plate. I think it's just missed just a little bit outside. As that one there is called for a ball.
One pitch. Slow roller. Nelson handles it. Toss over to first to Morales for out number 2. So 2 outs in the inning will bring to the plate JoJo Christians.
A really nice job by Hydock this inning just to go right at these Grizzly hitters, and she's only thrown 5 pitches in the inning, Logan. They've been able to record 2 outs.
Very good and efficient. JoJo Christians, though, now in the circle. Home run, double, and a single. A triple away from the cycle. One out on Christians. It's one thing I really want to call my career as a cycle. That's called a perfect game last year.
You got to add it.
Montana's actually involved in that.
Yeah. So if they could be a part of your first cycle, man.
On the positive side for them, though.
Yes.
1-1. Well, I'd be willing to bet it could be Montana's first cycle in general. Not sure if they have one in their school history. I'd have to check. Or even, I don't know where I'd even look to find that in the record book. 1-1, the pitch. Slow roller over to Walling. Morales for out number 3. 1-2-3 goes the Grizz by way of Hydock in the circle. Well, the Bears will have 3 outs to work with. It'll be Christie, Walling, Morales due up. The seniors looking to prolong their careers. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jambar right here on ESPN+. Bears fans are looking for 6 runs before recording 3 outs to continue playing in this ball game. Montana 3 outs away from playing Sacramento State later today for the right to play in the championship. First pitch strike to KK Christie. It'll be Christie, Katie Walling, Amali Morales due up, then El Gonzalez and Krista Francia if they can keep the line moving. They'll need all 9 batters here in the 7th inning. First pitch swinging, way back. And it is out of here. KK Christie gets things started here in the 7th with a home run. Christie's 5th home run of the season and the 40th overall home run of the tournament, brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. It is now 11-6, Taylor.
Man, what I was just about to say, if you're a UNC fan, this is who you want to start off this inning at the top of the lineup here. And KK Christie gets a changeup that is just floated in over the heart of the plate and just takes a whack at it, drives it out of here, and I'll add another run, shrinking the lead of Montana.
So no outs, leadoff homer for KK Christie. And now it's the senior, Katie Walling,
who's already gone deep in this game once off of the starter, Kara Sweet.
She's first pitch swinging. Bukowski can't come up with it. This is going to be extra bases. Katie Walling with a double. And the Bears looking to rally here. Still no outs in the inning.
Well, and you love to see that effort right there from Bukowski in right field, but to the credit of Walling, just puts the ball in play and runs and gets herself over into scoring position for teammate Amali Morales.
So runner on second for Amali Morales. Miley, the greatest player in history of the Northern Colorado Bears softball program, in what could be her final at-bat. Down 5 here in the 7th inning. Had a big moment 2 years ago in Pocatello, hitting a home run over the right field fence en route to the Bears heading to the NCAA tournament. All the accolades. 4-time All-Big Sky honoree. Looking for one more moment in her collegiate career. And also 1 hit away from tying the single season record for hits as a Bear. So here we go. Kiana Kong versus Amali Morales. Runner on second, no outs here in the 7th. First pitch strike.
And I think in this situation, if you are Kiana Kong, you just have to continue to do what you've been doing and go at the Bears hitters. And on the flip side, if you're UNC, just keep swinging the bat hard and good things will happen.
Off the plate, it's 1-1.
Nice grab back there by Graviette. Tried to go with the changeup and just kind of slipped out of her hand a little bit, but nice grab by the catcher and Graviette behind the plate.
1-1 to the surprise Arizona native. Pitch from Kong. Base hit to left field. They'll hold the runner. And Amali Morales has now tied the single season record for hits as a Northern Colorado Bear.
And again,
Melissa Marco Vicio back in 2012 with 67. That's Steph Ewing going to talk to her pitcher, and it will be a pitching change. We'll be back with a new pitcher after the break. You're watching Big Sky Softball on ESPN Plus, presented by Jambar. 2.28 ERA. 58 in the third innings pitched. 35 walks to 30 strikeouts. She's tasked first and third, no outs. Ella Gonzalez at the plate. Freshman versus the senior. 1-0. 2-0.
Audrey Elias, the freshman, like you said, going to come into this ball game for Montana. Likes to work side to side with a screw curve, has a change and a rise ball as well. But the thing that stands out to me most, Logan, is she has a 46% swing rate on the curveball.
I'm going to say it was fair.
I believe home plate umpire did count that it was fair.
It looked foul to me.
That's what I thought too, but I think our home plate umpire in Cameron Borstad called it fair. You see here, seemed like
it was picked up. It looks like foul territory. And Morales came off the bag. If it was in fact fair, but if it stands, that'll be 2 outs, I believe. So they'll all sort it out for us.
Yeah.
Umpires. Run no matter what scored.
Yep.
So it's 11-7.
I think on that play, actually, I don't know. I was gonna say I think I know what. I don't think I actually know.
Yeah, it looked foul. I do agree with you. I think the home plate umpire, Brzorstad, did rule it fair.
Then we saw first base umpire Eric Bowden over there did signal out at first base. I think that kind of surprised everybody.
It looks like it was picked up in foul territory based off the way she was grabbing it.
Her body was basically like halfway over the line.
And then if it was, I don't know if they ruled it dead, if Morales was already called out. She came off the bag anyway. I think she did call her out already. She started walking back. They tagged her again, and the umpire did make a motion with another outside. So I was confused on that as well.
Yeah.
Because was she safe and then started walking back the dugout and then was tagged out?
I think she stepped off the bag because she thought it was foul, and she was running back. But
well, I don't know if we'll get an explanation, but TD Pendleton home.
We will do we'll do our best to dissect it all for you people.
I want them to give me hand signals and all of it, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they will with Miley on second, because I believe she was out, I guess, technically twice for my guess, according to the first base umpire, Eric Bond, who's not in position to rule if it was fair or foul, as he was.
I think she's gonna challenge it.
Hopefully it's working.
Yeah.
So they're challenging the call at first, but what would that even mean?
The previous play is under review.
Because they're not reviewing if it was fair or foul.
Which is what you think they would
the play at first, but which play at first? She definitely touched the bag. That's not a doubt in my mind. She touched the bag.
Well, you'd think they would be looking at this play if the ball was fair or foul, but.
Well, can you review fair and foul?
I don't know if you can or not.
Also, we're at second because the review's not at second. So
no, it's at first base.
So the whole amount, because that was a closer play. If she was tagged, if she came off the bag when they threw it down to second, and then when she came off, but they didn't say they're reviewing the foul ball.
Hopefully, like you said, the replay is working, so they'll be able to make sure to get this call right.
Yes, they did change it recently that you can review whether.
I was going to say, I know you can.
Then why wouldn't was that the play at first base they're referencing?
I believe that's what.
Play? Because they didn't say out or safe at first. The challenge.
I think they're saying the play. I don't know why they didn't just say fair foul.
Yeah, that was a confusing explanation.
But that's okay.
Either way, Run did score. It's now 11-7.
Yes. So if the play stands, I believe Miley Morales would be at second base, out at first, Run scores.
But then where were the out calls on a Miley Morales go?
Oh, yeah.
Because they did, I swear I did see, or else a Miley Morales just ran back to first. I didn't see a dead ball throw it up. She was tagged again.
Again, yeah.
And the umpire did signal there.
When he was saying, like, hold up, hold up.
Yeah, hold up, but
Well, if the call does get changed.
Hey, there's Matt, camera operator out in center field.
Oh, what a guy.
Directed a little bit of this game.
Yeah.
Directed the first couple of days. The quick review, we'll see what the call is.
There's Heather.
All right, here it is. All right, so they were challenging if she touched the bag at first. She did.
So an out at first base, but with a run scored.
So run scored. Miley will stay on second. So there's one out. After all that, one out, one run scored.
Well, that's a big pitch right there by Elias to get Gonzalez to ground out like that, especially with her already going deep once in this game and just how much power she possesses. But it'll leave Morales out in scoring position for Francia to come up to the plate.
Beautiful pitch, called strike.
Change up right there by Elias. Like you said, beautiful pitch, just right in the zone.
Bears down to their final 2 outs. It's good to know the replay review has been fixed.
Yeah. I always wondered what happened when it doesn't work, like what's going on in there, but
all right.
Worked this time, so that's good.
Like it was not charged overnight.
I was really worried that they were going to come out and say the replay system wasn't working still.
Yeah, because it was quick again. So
yes.
Like, 1 and 2, but it was quick because it was pretty evident. She touched the bag twice.
Yeah.
Saw her
exactly.
touch that one on the replay twice. The real question was whether it was fair or foul.
Yep.
It was ruled fair. So 1 and 2 on Francia, the pitch. Ground ball. Gutierrez over to first. 2 gone. Bears now down to their final out. It'll come down to the freshman Hayden Nelson to extend the Bears season.
Well, and with that ground out right there to Gutierrez, it'll keep Morales over at second base. So she does not advance on the play. And like you said, 2 outs, but great pitch by Elias right there, just getting Francia out in front for out number 2.
11 runs on 16 hits, no errors for the Grizz. 7 runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Bears. First pitch to Nelson, outside for a ball.
I've been really impressed with Elias coming into this ball game. She's just really pounded the zone, and coming in facing the 4, 5, 6 hitters is no easy task.
1-0. 2-0. If Nelson's to prolong this game, the senior Bailey Cacalis stands on deck. Senior Miley Morales stands at second. And the freshman Audrey Elias stands in the circle. The pitch. Upstairs, 3-0. In danger of losing Hayden Nelson. 4-run advantage currently for Montana.
I have a feeling in the upcoming years we're going to see a lot of battles between these two that are going at it right now.
It's just a preview of what's to come.
Elias and Nelson.
4-pitch walk. Nelson reaches first. Line keeps moving. Tying run now on deck. As Bailey Cacalis steps to the plate.
Good opportunity here for the senior to pass the bat and keep it going.
Cacalis has 3 ground outs. 2 to shortstop, 1 to second. Looking for 1 more hit in her collegiate career. Could bring the tying run to the plate, and Emma Harrington on deck. First pitch. Emma Harrington staying on deck. She had a pinch hit grand slam yesterday. First pitch to Cacalis in there for a strike. Montana had a 6-run lead entering the 7th inning. 2 runs scored by the Bears, cutting it to 4. 1-1.
You'd see Elias smiling after that pitch right there. Very close on the outer part of the plate, but it'll go 1-1.
1-1 the count. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike. Northern Colorado's down to their final 1.
Changed it up on her right there with that off-speed pitch and gets her to a 1-2 count.
The 1-2. Off the plate. It's 2-2. Bold take by Cacalis, and we'll do it again. 2-2, 2 on, 2 outs. Grizz a strike away from playing Sacramento State in the semifinals. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Gutierrez touches her bag, and the Grizz move on to play another game. Final score, Montana 11, Northern Colorado 7. And that'll do it. Montana's unbelievable season continues. They'll play Sacramento State in about 30 minutes. Northern Colorado, the 2-seed season, comes to an abrupt end here in Game 8 of the tournament. After the break, Megan Robinson will be talking to Steph Ewing, the winning head coach of the Grizz. So stick with us. You're watching Big Sky College Softball, the tournament, presented by Jambar on ESPN+.
Said we don't do it the easy way. Down 4-0 after the first. What was your message to your ladies?
To continue to make adjustments and, just know that runs are going to get given up in this tournament and at this ballpark, and we just have to keep playing and doing the things that we do, and that's what this group does. There's no quitting them, and, they just keep playing.
All right. I was waiting for them to balance these 4 gloves on your head. You talked about adjustments. What adjustments did you make to get your bats going?
Just depending upon the pitcher, we were moving in the box, either on the plate, off the plate, up in the box, back in the box. And then how about Kayana Kong and coming in and just shutting it down, being phenomenal. The kid's just got, nails running through her veins, and we're glad that she's on our team and we don't have to hit off of her.
One more game and you'll be playing for a Big Sky championship. How do you use this momentum going into Game 2 today?
Yeah, we said from this morning we got to empty the tank and just leave it all out on the field, and we're going to do it, and we're excited, and now we just got to take care of business.
Well, congrats, Coach. We'll see you back out here about 30 minutes.
Sounds good. Go Grizz.
Thank you, Megan. Well, final score, Montana 11, Northern Colorado 7. The Bear season comes to an end, but unbelievable careers from Katie Walling, Miley Morales, Ella Gonzalez, Krista Francia, and Abby Guyona, along with Bailey Kikalis. 4 years with the program, 2 tournament championships. Come up short here in 2026. Well, in 30 minutes, it'll be Montana versus Sac State in the semis for the right to play in the Big Sky Championship tomorrow. For Taylor Fitzgerald, I'm Lone Kelso. We'll see you in about 35 minutes. Thank you for watching this game on ESPN+.
Good job.
And I was like, is it going to come to you? I was just watching